you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous two-time champs and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Stop blaming the brothers. You got to stop blaming the brothers. It's not our fault. It's not our fault that Serena and Venus, they're like milkmen. It's not our fault. You have to stop blaming us. It's not true. It's fake. It's what does Trump say? It's fake news. It's fake news. You have to tell the truth. We're not to blame for this. I have been watching Serena and Venus for a very, very long time. The brothers are very protective of the sisters. They've always been very protective of the sisters when they were teenagers. The brothers have been very protective of the sisters because coming up in a sport like tennis, where black people is like golf, they don't like us in their sport. And these young ladies came in and they took it over immediately. And they didn't like that. And it was predominantly white media. It was predominantly white men that were calling them all type of names that I won't say here on this show. And it was the brothers that stood up for them and called them queens. When the other tennis players, the foreign white players came out and would say nasty things about Serena, say nasty things about Venus, it was the brothers that called them queens. It was the brothers that said, listen, this is our ideal shape. You're not going to body shame our queen. You're not going to body shame our queen. That was the brothers. That was the brothers that came to their defense. Now, listen, the brothers don't always get everything right. We can do better. The brothers, we can do better. We can do better by how we treat each other. We can do better with a lot of things in regards to relationships. We can do better. But this is false. This is false. This idea that the brothers drove Venus and Serena to the milkman, that's false. That is not true. The brothers loved them. This is not like Sage Steele. This is not Candace Owens. These girls are from Compton. NWA Compton. And very protective of them. I remember they came out with that cartoon of Venus and they had her screaming and they had the lily white girl in the back. That was black media that came to her defense. So don't put that on us. Don't put that on us. There's a lot of things you can put on the brothers, but you can't put that on us. We've shown support and love and everything else for Venus and Serena since they were kids. We love Richard. I mean, Will Smith had to smack her brother for it, but look, we love Richard. Black man coming into a white sport, just taking it over with his two little girls. Protective as all know what. We respected that. And we respect when Serena was crip walking all over the grass and stuff, we was right there with her. So don't lie. I know social media is a place where people can just make up a narrative and they just say it's true. It sucks. It really does. One person can say it, and then all of a sudden people think it's true. They think it's true. But it's not. It's not. This is not a Tiger Woods situation. This is not Tiger Woods going on Oprah and saying, I'm not black. This is not, like I said, it's not Sage Steele telling us that we should praise her praise her white husband who divorced her and took all of her money and the kids. This is not the same thing. Serena specifically, I know, has helped out many, many, many African-American black people through her foundation. through her black businesses and things of that nature. This is totally different. The brothers have left it alone. We even leave her husband alone. I see more people, I see more brothers side with her husband than Stephen A. Smith, who's black. These are facts, not fiction. This is facts. Everything is not the brother's fault, ladies. I hate to break it. Everything cannot be the brother's fault. You can't blame the brothers for everything. Now, I understand we both got it bad, the sisters and the brothers. We both living in this trash country that we live in. I get it. But you can't blame the brothers for everything. Not for everything. This is something you just cannot blame the brothers for. The Venus off, marrying, the Count of Monte Cristo or whoever she married. You can't blame that on us. You can't say, well, this if they did. No. Serena dated Drake before old boy. the brothers had nothing to do with that. Had nothing to do with that. She found her a milkman she likes, be billionaire, whatever. Oh, Venus found a Count of Monte Cristo. They in different tax brackets now. Maybe they're around different people. But you can't blame that on the brothers. I didn't like that. I didn't like that when she came out with the Count of Monte Cristo and they're like, it's the brother's fault. The brother said this. No, the brothers ain't said that. Just because you watch one Dr. Umar video, you can't put that on all the brothers. You can't put this is not like RG3. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a difference when a black person throws the whiteness in your face. Look at my white queen, it's white this. I don't, like Sharon Moore. I don't see color. I got a white wife. The old boy from North Carolina. I got a white wife. When they throw it in your face, then the brothers are like, okay, all right, we're gonna say some things, right? But I never got that from Serena. I never got that. Hell, you never even heard from Venus. I don't even know the last time I heard Venus talk. It might have been 5, 10 years ago. Last time I heard Venus, she played some doubles every once in a while. So don't put that on the brothers. Nah, you can't put that on the brothers. I'm sorry. Not on this Christmas Eve. Rob is not gonna allow it. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to you. Happy Christmas Eve. So you're damn right. What T.O. said, he started dating white women because black women told him he was too black and ugly. They said he was just making excuses. I don't want to hear that shit now. And I ain't trying to throw stuff on the sisters, but I will say, the sisters, when they see a black woman with a white man, they throw a little salt in the game. They throw a little salt at us. There's a little Lowry's on us. Even though I have all the sayings and stuff, the milk yacht and things like that. My whole thing has always been, I don't really care who dates who. It's just the people that throw it in your face, right? And try to show it as like white superiority. Like that is the only issue I have. You can have, if you just like white women, who cares? Who cares? But you don't like white women and you see a black guy get beat up in the street, you say, man, that ain't anything to do with me. See, that's what I have an issue. If you talk down to black women with your white, see, that's the difference. See, that's the difference. You can date with you Mexican and Italian or whatever. As long as you're just living your life, who cares? I don't care. I'm not sleeping with them. But it's when it's just the over the topness. When somebody say, well, what do you think about Jalen Milroe as a black quarterback and, his struggles, his offensive coordinator said he can't pass the ball, blah, blah, blah. And then you sit up there and look at the camera and say, I don't see color. I got a white wife. What? What are you talking about? You talking about football. You talking about a black quarterback. We're not talking about your wife. Now Sharon Moore is all hemmed up, and guess who got to help him? Me, a brother. Who got to help him? Me, a brother. I gotta help my arch rival's former head coach, right? Because I ain't no sellout. So I see the play that they making. You see what the lawyer said? Oh, he's been domestically abusing her for years. But the players say he been rolling over to the crib at night every other day for 2 years. When was this domestic violence apparently happening? You see, I see the play. I see the play. So I have to go out here and say, no, there's no history of domestic violence. They didn't charge him with any domestic violence. No, he didn't do this. No, it's not like this. Yeah, she got a job. This is why I have to go in and clean up all of this stuff because he's a brother. And I'm a brother, and I'm trying to help the brother out. I have to come in and clean up all of this stuff. But this guy looked at me dead in my face and said he don't see color because he got a white wife. I should just let him hang. And listen, I'm in the media. I can twist and turn things around. You saw that article in The Athletic. They had nothing. Said, oh, he DM'd some girls, the smiley face and the fire emoji. That's some bullshit. That ain't nothing. And then I looked at the headlines. Sharon Moore sends creepy messages or what unwanted messages. DMs are open. Don't reply. There's no such thing as an unwanted DM. As long as you ain't sending nothing crazy. He just said hi. He said the fire emoji. Just ignore it. It's nothing creepy. Dudes do that every single day. But I got to come and protect him because I'm a brother, even though he told me he don't see color. See how that works? But see, I ain't no sellout. I ain't no Whitlock. I ain't going to sell him out. It's not in my DNA. My DNA is to make sure the truth is told fairly. Yeah, he did some stupid shit. He did some stupid stuff. I don't know why he went over a house. They set him up. Why do you think the door was unlocked? Why do you think the first person she called was her lawyer, not the cops? If somebody had knives and you really thought you was in debt, you were standing in the room with someone that allegedly has had domestic violence and issue for years. And they standing there, I don't care if it's a butter knife. They standing there with a knife. Who would you call first? If you're not calling your daddy and your brother, who you calling? Your lawyer? Come on, man. Man was set up. But see, he don't see color. But that's okay. That's all right, Sharon. I know you watching these. It's okay. I'm going to make sure the truth is told. Hopefully you learn from this. You'll find your sister. You go to HBCU. You come back. I'm doing what I can for you. It's only so much I can do because you did some stupid shit. And they keep coming out with the stuff. I'm doing the best that I can for you. I really am. So, happy holidays to you and the fam. $1 there for life. You should get one of those done like an old NWA. I have some merch, on the site. I have some merch on the site. Go check it out. Said that Venus, they do look alike. I mean, they're sisters. I'm not surprised. I'm sure the Count of Monte Cristo and the Reddit guy, I'm sure they run in the same circles. They see that they run in the same circles. I mean, they sisters. I mean, they just, I don't know. You get to a different tax bracket. It's I always say it's like school, right? If you go to an elementary school with all black kids, right? And you're black, probably, you're gonna like black girls because that's the only girls that are there. Go to high school, maybe it's a little bit more of a mix. Maybe it's some, some milk, maybe it's some vanillas, maybe there's some chocolate, maybe there's some pina colada or whatever. And maybe you have a bigger thing. Then you go to college, you have a bigger campus, and it's a lot more, going on. And so as you go through life, maybe you're expect. I remember the first time I went to Miami. I had never been to Miami before in my life. I'd only been basically in the Midwest for the majority of my life. And this was like maybe, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago. It was a long time ago. Maybe even longer than that. Maybe 15, 16 years ago. And I'd never been to Miami. I'd only seen Miami Vice on TV. I'd only, seen maybe the rap. I seen Luke, the 2 Live Crew on the box or whatever with the video. And I remember I stepped off the plane in Miami. As soon as I stepped off the plane, I took 2 steps. There's a girl right to the left of me. I don't even know what she was, but I had never seen nothing like that before. whole perspective, changes. You get to traveling a little bit. You get to traveling a little bit. Well, yeah. Well, the thing about Nicki Minaj is the play. The play is always, if you're black and you feel like people are turning against you, or you're losing a little bit, or you need a pardon or something like that, you go to MAGA. Yeah, I mean that's always been the play. there's a spot for you, there for a while. Now, it may backfire because Trump is not going to be alive forever. But in the short term, that's the spot to go if you're black and you feel a little ostracized. Because, why, of course, because white people love black people that talk bad about black people. That you can make millions and millions of dollars like that. The hell, white people that talk bad about black people make millions of dollars. So, black people that talk bad about white people, there's always a space for you for that. If I came out at 2026 and was like, Trump's my guy, I hate, all these immigrants. If I came out in 2026 and just started talking like that, and you can just fake it. You don't have to mean it. I'd be on Fox News, I say, by January 19th. They have me on Fox News on Martin Luther King Jr. holiday talking about how I hate Gavin Newsom. Getting paid $5,000 an appearance. Guaranteed. I can just fake it. That's all you got to do is fake it. I can call up Sage Steele right now. Say, hey, Sage, I've changed my ways. I changed my ways. Can I get on the podcast? I be hanging out with Charlie Kirk's wife. Yeah, I be with the streamers like I'm the Ultimate Warrior, running down the thing. And Charlie, he just cared about free speech. He loves us Negroes. It's not hard to do. If I ever get arrested, and then I'm looking at some serious charges, you watch the Dave Chappelle special? Dave Chappelle said at the end of the special, he's been compromised. He said, I support Israel. If you ever see me in a MAGA hat, just know they got some charges on me, and I need a pardon. Just hang with me until I get the charges cleared. You in the Miami in the early 2000s. Listen, I remember I went to LA, and you ever watch Beverly Hills Cop 2? Everybody sees Beverly Hills Cop, 1, right? It's Beverly Hills Cop 2 with Bridget Nielsen and Eddie Murphy. Axel was talking, and the witness was like, when they shot Bogomil, and they were like, who shot Bogomil? And it was a tall, blonde, a woman. And the guy, they growing trees out here. And I remember I watched it as a kid. I said, really? And I remember I got out to LA and I said, well, goddamn, they do grow trees out here. There's a bunch of 5'11", tall, blonde white women just walking around just everywhere. Everywhere. Speaking of MAGA, they mad at me. MAGA's mad at me because they mad because I keep saying that that DK Metcalf was right punching old boy in the face. They didn't like that. See, they like going unchecked. That's why I like messing with them like that. See, they feel like they're superior and they can just do what the hell they want to do. But then when you put it in their mind that, no, we'll chin check you, all of a sudden they get real defensive. You're letting words, you're promoting violence. No, I'm just letting you know. Say what you want at your own peril. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You gotta put it in their mind a little bit. You gotta put that back in people's mind. If you say the wrong thing, I'll punch you right up in your jaw. And people, you're worried. And it's funny to me that it's MAGA that's mad. These are the people that are mad at everything. These are the people that call everybody snowflakes. These are people that make fun of George Floyd dying and people and Trayvon Martin. But all of a sudden, I said they should be punched in the face, and all of a sudden, oh man, stop the violence. Yeah, that's the ironic thing to me. Because what I do is I go look. It's two things. I go look at their profile, and I swear the profile always have three things on it. First off, it has a username with like 1,700 numbers in the back of it. Now, the reason people do that, what I found out was, I didn't know this before, but the reason people put all those numbers in the back is that I guess it helps them stay even more anonymous than they're trying to be. Meaning, they could be anybody there, but the numbers, I guess, and make it seem like they're, but I don't know. That's what I told. The second thing is they never have a profile picture. See, that's weak sauce in this. First of all, you talking all this shit, but you don't want nobody to know what you look like. I remember when I started BSO a long time ago. This is a different time, but I remember I was told, like, hey, don't put your face on this. You don't want people to know who you are. You want to be able to talk shit behind the laptop and the computer. And I'm like, no. If I'm going to talk shit, I'm going to talk to their face. That's how I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. We don't hide. I never forget that. He said, hey. Because I remember back in the day, the tagline used to be Robert Littal presents Black Sports Online back in the day. So my name was front and center because I'm a front and center type of guy, but back then, oh no, we don't want you to know no people. You want to have a blog, you say it behind closed doors. No, man, I'm not doing all that. I gotta say something, say it to their face. They do have, yeah, you're right. They normally have Christian in their profile, America First 2A. Then you go down their timeline. And this is what always gets me. Because people always say, Rob, you're always pulling a race card. You're always talking about race. And you look at my timeline is all over the place, depending on what's going on. I may be talking about football. I may be talking about Marvel. I may be talking about DC. I may be talking about anime. I may be talking about wrestling. I may be talking about basketball. I may be talking about Ohio State. I mean, I'm all over the place. I like to consider myself a cultured man. I talk about whatever's, in the thing. But you go down that timeline, it is nothing but like liberal this, snowflake that, MAGA this. I'm like, God damn. Like, you have 1,000 tweets and they're all about Trump. Like, it's real thing. But yeah, I'm so he got mad. He said, Rob, he said, you're probably fake that Ron Artest was correct at the malice at the palace. I'm like, you goddamn right. The only thing Ron Artest did wrong was punch the wrong guy in the face. And I wish Jermaine O'Neal wouldn't have slipped and knocked that guy's teeth out of his mouth. Tired of people talking crazy. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people talking crazy and there's no consequences for it. Now, old boy, he's going to call a press conference because he's sad, because people are harassing him and calling him names and giving him death threats. You know how you can stop all that? Not being a loser at 45 years old in a blue wig trying to alienate an athlete. You know something? Now you don't like it. It's no fun when the rabbit has the gun. No fun when the rabbit has the gun. He's being harassed. Well, imagine how the players feel. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a guy, his whole entire life is based on going to Lions games. And think about it, the Lions have been bad for like 400 years and just harassing athletes. What type of life is that? You're like 40. You got any kids? It's Christmas time. But now he doesn't want to be harassed. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want such and such to be things. He doesn't want it to happen. Oh my God, he's gonna sue. He's gonna sue. Oh my goodness, he's gonna sue. And that, to me, that's even worse. That's even worse. I've told many of his story. Like, listen, even to this day, it used to happen more often, but I'm a family man now. But even to this day, an athlete will jump in my DMs and curse me out and say whatever. I've never, ever went back to Twitter, went back to Facebook, went back to Instagram, went back on live and been like, such and such said this stuff about me, and I'm going to call my lawyer. I mean, it used to happen all the time back in like the Twitter heyday. But, even then, I think, what was it? It was maybe a couple of months ago. I'm not going to say who. They're really upset. They're really upset about the story. That's bullshit, Rob. If I see you, I'm going to whoop your ass. And I always say the same thing. I say, all right, man, listen, you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. I'll be here. You'll be here. I'm not out as much as I used to be, but I still out. We'll see each other, such and stuff. You got something to say, blah, 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 blah. That's how it always goes. Because, that's how grown men talk to each other. We don't go run it to the lawyers. I've never, I can't believe, people screenshot. You're such a, listen, I mean, it's Christmas Eve. I ain't trying to, get all raunchy and stuff. But come on, man, you screenshot messages from the athlete. Look what he said to me. First off, the fan, you called him X, Y, and Z, and now he replied back, and you're like, I can't believe he did that. Come on, man. We're men. We're men. We're supposed to act like men. And I'm not no tough guy. I'm not Mike Tyson running around here. But I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, where you just couldn't just say whatever while you was walking down the street and just thought you was gonna get away with it. You had to be very careful about the things you said and who you said them to. You learned a lesson a very long time. We had to fight. I mean, sometimes, like, listen, I used to get on the take the actual public bus. Shut up, Marcus. To school, right? And the bus didn't necessarily drop me off like right at the house, right? And I remember, walking down the street. This is back when I guess the gangs had all not left, but migrated to the Midwest. And you know what I'm talking about if you're from LA. They went to what Jay-Z always talking about in his raps. Went to Memphis, went to St. Louis, went to all these different places to kind of congregate and everything. And I remember I used to have to walk. I went to private Catholic schools. We had uniforms and everything. I walked by these gang members, and you got to make a decision, man. And you gotta stand up for yourself, or you gonna get bullied all your life. Hey man, listen, you ain't gonna be pushing me around. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta fight, I gotta get beat up, whatever it is. And the thing about gang members and the thing about bullies is, I think 9 times out of 10, the bully don't even really want to do anything. He just don't want you. He just checking to see if you're pussy or not. You stand like, man, look, man, I go to school. My grandma lives down the street, and she got that gun. I just be careful if I was you. And after a while, hey man, look, that's Rob. Let him pass. His grandma, his grandma down the street and everything. That's life. That's how we learn. Nobody goes outside anymore, kids. So I guess whatever. Whatever. I mean, we should screenshot. That's ridiculous. And the sisters, hey sisters, if a guy comes into your DMs, I think I saw this one yesterday. The brother came in and said did the girl want to come and I guess watch Christmas movies or something like that, and she was offended. He said spike, hot chocolate. I think he probably was older, and so when you say spike hot chocolate, this means you put a little liquor in it. But Bill Cosby, make people think other stuff. So, but like, why are you bringing that to social media? You know what I'm saying? Why are we screenshot? Why are we putting everything on social media? There's no need. There's no need to put everything on social media. I'm looking on Instagram here, Mr. Ray. And they blame us. They blame the brothers for everything. It's always the brothers' fault. The brothers, it's tough being a black guy. It's tough being a black guy. One of the hardest things about being a black guy is watching white guys, terrible white guys, fell up. Just the terrible white people that just fell up. It's like, this guy's a terrible person. It's been acknowledged that they're a terrible person. There's documented facts that they're a terrible person. And then they're like, here's $20 million. That can cause you to have mental health, issues as a brother. So wait a minute, this guy's a terrible person. This is a terrible, documented terrible person. He's the president of the United States, even though he's in these Epstein files, talking about how much he likes little girls. Oh, it's mind blowing to me. Lamar Jackson. They did a hit piece on Lamar Jackson. Was it a brother that did the hit piece? I don't know his name. Hold on, let me find it. See if I can find it. Was it a brother that did the hit piece on Lamar Jackson? That's the brothers. There you go. There goes some of the brothers that you would think a brother wouldn't do a hit piece on. But is it Mike Preston? Let's see. I don't know. I know a couple of the. Let's see, Mike. Let's see, Mike. Mike Preston's a brother. Oh man, UPS is here. I hope that's a gift for me. Does he follow me? Mike Preston? No, he don't follow me. Yeah. Mike Preston. It's an older brother, huh? Interesting. Yeah, man. Like, listen, I understand you got to be honest and unbiased. Sometimes with your critiques, even of us. But man, it's Lamar Jackson, man. You really want to put out there that it's a bad thing that he plays video games at night? That's what we all do. You know why? Because we don't have no time during the day because we're working. We got families. We got people to feed. The only time brothers get to play a lot of brothers only get to play video games at night. It's a stress reliever. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, he plays video games at night. He's 30 years old. Well, shit, I'm almost 50. I'm still playing NCAA 26 at night. Helps calm my mind from whatever happened for the rest of the day. Be careful. Be careful with Lamar Jackson. You know, the thing, once again, the thing about being black is you're chasing this perfection for people to see you for what you are, right? And just judge you not for this. So you keep chasing, you're chasing perfection. And you get close to it a lot of times. I mean, shit, 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions and 900 rushing yards. That's about the closest perfection you get. You know, it's hard winning championships. Not easy. Everybody can't be Tom Brady. It's difficult. And you chasing this. But when you're black, you have to be, your margin of error is just so small in everything in life. You could be a 2-time MVP, almost 3 times MVP, have a 80% winning percentage, can have a 5-to-1 TD to the interception ratio, can have the most rushing yards of any quarterback ever in the NFL, has taken your teams to the playoffs almost every year that you've been healthy and started the majority of the games, and they still be like, we should trade him. We should trade him. You're not allowed to have a bad game. You're not allowed to have a bad season. You're not even allowed to be injured. I read, what is the point that I read? They said it was Nick Wright. And, you know, Nick Wright got a sister, you know, as a wife, so I thought he would be better than this. But he was like, Lamar Jackson should know better than get sick in the winter. Like, what? It's like, look, I mean, I like to think that, you know, in the wintertime, I wear sweaters. I try to put socks on, but, you know, sometimes you just get sick. It's cold. I don't think the virus, you know, what do you want to do? Be in a cocoon? I don't know. Some people just get the flu every year. It's just the way it works. I've never ever heard another quarterback. Can you imagine them telling Dan Marino that, hey, Dan, listen, you need to grow up. Stop getting sick. Stop getting the flu. Stop. God damn it, Dan Marino. God damn it, John Elway. You got COVID. What the hell is wrong with you? Did you not wear your mask? Come on, man. It's difficult. It's difficult. You know, it's been a difficult year. I think for a lot of people, it's been a difficult year as we roll into 2026. I hope I've brought a little joy, a small piece of joy to you throughout the year. I try my best. I'm getting old. The retirement is staring at me in the face, hopefully. But I try my best to still give a little joy, make sure I police these media people so they're not just talking crazy on the internet. I try to stand up for us, the brothers. Nobody else is stand up for the brothers. I try to stand up, you know, for the brothers. Because shit, it's tough. It's tough on the brothers. You know, and I try my best. You know, I'm not perfect. I've had my ups and downs. You know, I'm blessed though, because even when I've had those downs, some people have picked me back up. Ironically, they've been white people. Black people got to pick each other up a little bit better. I shouldn't have white people having to pick me up when I have a down. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. I don't want to be giving a speech somewhere in such and such years. And don't get me wrong. There's definitely been some brothers and some sisters that have done great, you know, by me. You know, someone like just to shout out someone like my friend Randy, who worked for NBC LA out here. Great guy. Held me down at a low point. You know, I appreciate that. But there's been others, and plus, you know, all of you, you know, who hold me down on a daily basis, have my back when MAGA come, make sure never bailed on me. I can honestly say that there was a lot of people at a certain point that bailed on me. but a lot of you guys didn't. Said, man, fuck that, man. We roll with Rob. And I appreciate that. I honestly do. It warms my heart. But I would cry, but whatever. How you doing? I see Steve on Instagram. We appreciate you, Rob. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Go Bucks. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game with Miami. I got to get out of here. It's Christmas Eve. I'm going to go hang out with my little girls and put the pajamas on and get ready for Christmas and all that good stuff. But, I want to get one more in before Christmas. And, we'll talk again, next week. Stay strong, my brothers. Stay strong, my sisters. We're going to roll into 2026. Like Chappelle said, we wait out the orange, man. We're going to be all right. We're going to hang in there. We're going to be all right. I'm going to, Mick, I'm going to watch Mission Impossible. I've been trying to watch the second movie, but maybe I'll watch Die Hard, because Die Hard indeed is a Christmas movie. Appreciate you guys. See you on the other side of Christmas.